Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Friday, March 15th, 2020. We are in our 9th week here locally of safer at home, isolate in place, whatever due to the COVID-19 coronavirus thing going around. Although here in Florida, they are starting to open things up more and more. Beauty parlors, barbershops, restaurants are allowed to have, I think, like 30% or something. Although people aren't flocking to them like you would imagine. There's places like movie theaters aren't allowed to be open, but they have begun showing drive-in type movies. They just project old movies on the side of the building, and so it seems to be working. I don't know. I haven't gone to check it out, but currently here in Jacksonville, it is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, so it's only 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 70 degrees inside because I've got the air conditioner running. That's 28 degrees Celsius outside and 21 degrees Celsius inside. So, what's going on? A couple of things. First of all, you notice my shirt, CCHH staff. Yeah, Korea Court Haunted House. It was a haunted house we operated out of our home for 20 years. The city shut us down, I don't know, 7 years ago, something like that. It's been a while. Maybe not. Maybe 6 years. I don't know. It was part of the impetus for me actually starting my YouTube channel. Basically, a story or so. I did a video yesterday. Well, it was yesterday when I'm making this video, so depending on when you're watching this. And I'll put a link to it down below. The grilled cheese high rise. It's just a layered grilled cheese sandwich. So that originally came about because I was making up 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, and I had this idea like, what if? And I put another layer of cheese on top of one, put the other one on top of it, turn the griddle off, and put a cover over top of it, and let the middle melt. And it was like, whoa, that's good. And it went from there. So it's kind of my version of a Dagwood sandwich. And if you're old enough to know who Dagwood is, then God love you. But one story that I thought of while I was viewing this, I probably should have thought about it and told it while I was actually making the sandwich, but I didn't. Many years ago, I'm not going to say how many, but my daughter, one of her first boyfriends, when they were both able to drive, so I guess they were 16 or 17 or whatever, and he was going to make her grilled cheese sandwiches, and he failed miserably, and he failed miserably, and he failed miserably. Everyone he made was burning, like black cinder type burning. And he was like, I don't understand it. I make them like this at home all the time. He was used to using mayonnaise. At that time, I used primarily Miracle Whip because of cholesterol problems that run on my family and whatnot. But Miracle Whip doesn't work the same as mayonnaise. Mayonnaise has eggs and oil. Excuse me. I don't know what's in Miracle Whip. It's a salad dressing. It's not, and it doesn't work the same. So they went through probably a loaf of bread trying to make it work. But uh, along those lines, like for many, many, many years, the longest time, eggs were forbidden, mayonnaise was forbidden. Those things are thought to be high in cholesterol and no good for your heart and blah, blah, blah. And high cholesterol runs in my mom's family, like high cholesterol. Like my mom tests in the 400 range. Uh, Most of her extended family, aunts, uncles, and cousins, are all up in the very high 4, 5, 600% range. Normal is like under 110, I think, something like that. The doctors say I'm high at 130-ish, and my youngest brother actually has to have his blood filtered, or he did, until they started him on this new medication. But he was testing in the thousands range, like 1,200, 1,400. So yeah, it was almost like you cut him and he bled cholesterol, and he had multiple heart attacks and whatever, and they were thinking he was going to need a heart replacement and blah 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 blah. And if you've been around my channel, you've heard most of that. And they put him on this new trial medication, and it's dropped his cholesterol like way down, and brought his heart functioning back, or heart functions back. And I mean, he's nowhere near being cured or healthy, but like he's able to walk up and down steps without stopping and having to puff and pant and stuff like that. So he's able to get out and be mobile and do what a normal 52-year-old, I think, I don't know, 50-year-old is able to do, more or less. A sedentary fat. He's not really all that fat. Mainly because he's on a diet as well. But there I go digressing. So, and there was another thing I wanted to touch on. Now, like I said, eggs and mayonnaise were always like, you can't have them because of cholesterol and they're bad for you. They kind of did away with that. Now that then they started saying, a couple of eggs are good for you. Just don't, like you don't want to eat a dozen eggs a day. So, they are good for you. So I did get back into eating eggs somewhat. I still don't like the white part of an egg, but I can whip that up and whatever. And I changed from Miracle Whip to regular mayonnaise. Well, regular mayonnaise. I buy the low salt and olive oil based mayonnaises when I can, but I don't have a I don't have a real cholesterol problem. Excuse me. So I'm not super concerned, and y'all seen the way I eat. I'm not real worried about my diet. Excuse me. I should probably eat now. My sleep schedule. That's one thing with this coronavirus thing. It's gotten me back on my old sleep schedule, if it's even could be called a schedule, which I had back before I moved and started watching the G-Brats, where I'd be up all night and like go to sleep at dawn and get up at noon or thereabouts. That's where we're at right now. I mean, I did try to break it, and I was doing really, really well, and I was getting up at like between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, which isn't super bad. That's easily to bring back down to the 8:30, 9 o'clock that I need to do when we go back to watching the G-Brats. But then we had a storm come in or something, and it gave me a really bad headache. I went and laid down for a couple hours, and I was right back on this track. And I don't know, I had started reading again because it helped me relax. I thought I'd fall asleep faster until you pick up a good book. Last night I started reading one of the books I picked up the other day, and even though I realized a short way into it that I had read it before, one of the Webb Griffin books, maybe it makes it a little easier to read. I don't know, but I was constantly flipping pages, and I'm about 3/4 of the way through that book, but I realized it was getting light outside. So, oh man, I gotta go to sleep. My eyes were like, oh, yeah, not good. And they're still kind of puffy, ain't they? Kind of hard to tell putting glasses on top of them, but so yeah, I literally didn't get up until a little bit after 12, almost 12:30. I made coffee, turned on the TV, and the governor was on TV talking about the next part of our phase 1 opening. I was hoping he was going to say the gyms are open. That's what he's been talking about, but he didn't do that today. Not because I want to go for the workouts. I want their showers. I miss the long hot showers in a big stall. I take showers here, of course, but it's cramped. Like there's no headroom. The ceiling is literally there over my head. I'm only 6 foot, a little over 6 foot tall. So when I'm standing in the tub, the ceiling is like right there, and you have to step up into the tub, and then when you're getting out, of course, you're stepping down. And I've got bad ankles and bad knees, and I don't know. One of these times, I feel like I'm not going to make it safely. Maybe, I don't know. I have to be really careful because, like I said, with my bad ankles, all I have to do is step down on it wrong, and it's going to give in under me, and I'm going to go crashing down. So even with the bar that's there, it's not. I don't think it's secure enough for me. And anyway, once all this stuff is over with, and my son-in-law has finished moving and getting over. That was one thing. A couple of y'all have asked about my son-in-law. They sent him home probably earlier than they should have, with an air conditioner blowing hair right in my face. I feel they may have sent him home a little earlier than they probably should have, but because of the COVID and all that, they try to keep you as safe as possible. So he was really wiped out. I mean, they treated him with all the antibiotics and had the pneumonia pretty much kicked out of him, sent him home with some oral medications. But he was wiped out. He could barely walk up the steps to get into the house. But being home with all the monsters there, and getting up and doing, and he's slowly but surely getting better. He's able to get up and walk and get out and about and whatever. So he's doing a lot better. Fortunately, he can trust his lead man to run the jobs when he's not there, and he's the oldest grandson goes out, his oldest boy goes out, and helps to some degree, and moves messages and whatever is needed. But, so anyway, once all that is back up, and functioning properly, hopefully I will get my roof put on and my bathroom redone. I am so looking forward to that. But like I said, I'm looking forward to going out and taking a long, long hot shower. Several, just because they're so relaxing, and I just go to the Y. Uh, but yeah, uh, I was actually going and hitting the hot tub, but I was like feeling really, really short of breath when I was in the hot tub and like having difficulty getting up out of it. And I said something to my mom. She's like, "With your heart condition, you're not supposed to be in the hot tub." And I thought about it. I was like, you're right. And I went to see the doctor just before all this stuff happened. And I mentioned it to him. And he had this horrified look on his face. Like, oh my God, you're getting in a hot tub? So, excuse me. My other daughter, though, they just moved. My youngest daughter, KJ's mom, Cageman's mom, they just moved into another house. Really nice big place. It's got a built-in pool with a spa. Excuse me. And in fact, just today, it's been totally drained, and they're going to strip it all down and have it re-marcited and tiled, and all the plumbing and whatnot that needs to be fixed, redone. And so, really looking forward to that. Nice in-ground, like I said, in-ground pool, and so yeah, that should be nice to go over there a couple times a week or whatever. I can hit the spa because it won't be heated. So there's still something nagging in me that I wanted to talk about, and I just can't think of it. I should make notes on it. I actually just realized, I've done it I think a few times in the past, but like when I go shopping, sometimes it's like, what else did I need? I don't have a list. I've been walking around and telling Google to add this and add that to the list, and then I can check it off when I get to the store, remove it or whatever, and move on, and if I remember to check it. Technology, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But yeah, in fact, another kind of funny story. I was bugging my pestering, teasing my 13-year-old grandson the other day. He's busy on his phone, and have the finger thing going. And I said, "You ready to go back to school?" And he's like, "No." I said, "What, you don't want to go see the girls?" He said, "No." I said, "All your girlfriends?" He said, "No." He says, "I just FaceTime them." I said, "What? You do what?" He said, "We just talk on on here." I was like, "Man, that ain't no fun." He's like, "Yeah, it is." I said, "Nah, that ain't anything like walking through the halls and holding her hand, or leaning over and smelling her hair. You can't do that on a phone." And he blushed. Things are so much different nowadays than when I was younger, and probably many of y'all. Dating is weird. People interact more online than they do in person, and even when you go out, people are constantly checking their phones and checking their messages, and I'm almost as bad, I guess, but I don't know. It's nowhere near the same. Not that it's bad. It's just different. It takes some getting used to. What time we got going on? Oh, we're pushing 20 minutes. I'm over here babbling away. I need to go out to Walmart and get some odds and ends. And then I don't know what else I want to get done today. But we'll see. So this may be the only video today. There may end up being something else I find interesting and put on. Y'all know that you never know what's going to happen with my channel. So with that, I think I'm going to say, let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. First thing I want to do is make something to eat. On your internet access device of choice, if you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fantastic. Go and check me out on Facebook or Instagram. I'll have links in the description box, wherever that is on your device of choice. I also have links to similar videos, and you'll find my email and my snail mail and all that good stuff. So, if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people, especially in these turbulent times. We're not promised the next breath. Until I see y'all again, I hope you have a fandoculous day. It's lunchy, y'all.